Good evening, everyone. So we survived Blue Monday. Happy days. Hopefully your one percenters are going really well. I've heard from a few of you, and it sounds like you're doing amazing. I really appreciate all the feedback, all the support for this vlog. I wouldn't consider myself a vlogger just yet, but hopefully maybe after a few more hundred videos, I might stop saying and but and pulling fully faces. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm determined to stick with it. And certainly the most important message is you're not alone. You know, if you're feeling low and you have that frame of mind that a lot of people are in at the minute, that they can't see light at the end of the tunnel, trust me, there is. There's absolutely light at the end of the tunnel. I've started to notice the light, the nights are getting lighter. The feels like there's a bit more energy around. You know, I don't know if any of you do gardening, but the older I get, the more interest I get in gardening, and you know, bulbs are starting to sprout up, which is a sign of spring, which is really good. But today's video, I thought I'd check in with you, see how your 1%ers are going. Again, I've had a few messages off people saying, yeah, you know, I've done this, I've done that. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And it drives me even more to get more information out there. So please like, share the video, subscribe to the channel so you keep updated. And hopefully we'll get this message out, and especially to the people that really need it. Today's video's about symptoms, anxiety, depression symptoms, and supplements. So you'll see a million and one different things out there regarding symptoms. Anxiety, you could name 100 things, you could name 200 things. There is so many different symptoms that anxiety brings about. Depression, low mood, feeling unwell, there's a definite correlation. And unfortunately, depression often means that you have anxiety, or vice versa. You know, anxiety can lead to depression. So the two go hand in hand. The biggest issues that I faced was right at the start was this emptiness feeling, just the complete loss of realization, depersonalization, derealization. So just felt like I was in a bubble, and a bubble which didn't really have a start or an end. It's really hard to describe, but that's the best way I can probably describe it right now. It makes me feel uncomfortable. Now and again I get little tiny relapses, but again, with the tools that I'm going to share with you and the things that I'm going to share with you, hopefully that'll build your toolbox and be able to use some of these techniques and early warning signs to be able to distinguish between these and what is and what isn't making you feel that way. So hopefully we'll build that toolbox as we go along. But some of the worst things for me was this bubble feeling that I've just described. There was heart palpitations. Doesn't do me any good. And I think for me the worst thing is my dad's got heart failure. There is an element of heart issues in the family. You know, my parents had a child who unfortunately died at 3 weeks old with a hole in his heart. So there is elements of heart there, and I think that's always lodged at the back of my mind. So anything that I feel in my chest, I'm like, that's it, you know, I'm a goner. And unfortunately, the symptoms that I was having just kept on going round and round and round, and it feels really surreal to talk about it now. But and really, sometimes it feels a little bit silly, feels silly, but it's not silly. These were real, and when I was experiencing them, they were very real and very scary. Caused me to have more anxiety, caused me to have more panic attacks, caused me to feel depressed. And it's that vicious cycle. It's that vicious cycle that we have to recognize, understand, and then move on and move out of that cycle. And I think that these elements of whatever symptoms you're going through can be really real, really harsh, and scare the living shit out of you. That's the honest truth. So I wanted to share, like, there are a couple of symptoms that I had more: dizziness, sickness, muscle fatigue, cramps, everything. I could write a bog roll full of them, trust me. So I wanted to share with you how I started thinking differently about diet. Yeah, absolutely. And supplements. Supplements are, a lot of people are skeptical about supplements. Some people just think, well, they're not licensed and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. To a certain degree, yeah, I can understand that. I think in today's world where we have a global pandemic, there's a lot of study now going on with vitamin D. There's always been this element of vitamin D there's more evidence and more scientific research, etc., about vitamin D. The problem is, and why it's not being talked about an awful lot is, unfortunately, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, vitamin D is relatively low cost, low cost. You get it from the sun. So if those of you don't know about it, vitamin D comes from the sun. In our kind of hemisphere of the world in the UK, normally people would experience low light levels, so where the sun isn't as strong and the UV isn't coming through, etc. That's normally from about end of September right the way through till April. We've been getting some really nice weather in April recent years, so the sun's out, it's starting to feel better. It's a real power month for Mother Nature, April is. So I think that it's just to be wary. You don't need to take vitamin D all year round. You'll get enough in summer, and you can store as well. So, and again, I'm not a epidemiologist or anything. I'm not professing to be that. I'm just giving you from my point of view. And if you're unsure about taking supplements, obviously ask a professional, ask a GP, whatever that needs to be. But these are things that help me, and you can buy them off a shelf. You don't have to have a prescription. You can buy them off the shelf. So the first thing I want to talk about is gut health. Recently, there's been loads and loads, and for the last couple of years, been loads of studies about gut health and anxiety and mindset, etc. And I really believe in that, and I do notice a difference. So some of you are going to cringe now when I show you this and go, oh, yeah, I don't like that, and it's full of sugar, and yeah, it might be. However, it's a basic kind of gut health supplement that I take. Do I take one every day routinely? No, absolutely not, but they are there, and I do purchase them from the shopping or in our weekly shopping. So it's an Actimel. You can get Yakult, you can get all different brands. This so happens to also have vitamin D and B6 in it. However, it's a gut health, so have a think about that. Again, you can get all sorts of different gut health. You can get in tablet formats now, so have a think about that. The correlation between gut health and anxiety and depression is quite substantial. So again, you can do some research on that in your own time, but find out about that, because that's a good one. That's a good base level supplement to take. Second one is vitamin C. A couple of different formats. So you got tablets, and I prefer this. Again, some of you will scream, it's got loads of sugar in, Rick. Yeah, I know it's got sugar in, but it's natural sugar. It's a boost and it feels good, and it's just something different than taking tablets and walking down the street and rattling. Because if you're going to take loads of tablets, you will just feel like you're taking tablets all the time, and that's no good either. So balance it up a little bit. But the second one is vitamin C. So I get this as a ginger shot. Quite nice, can have it at work, goes in the lunchbox, done. That's my vitamin C for the day. Again, do I take it routinely every day? Absolutely not, but I do top these up, so at least every other day I get some vitamin C in me. And again, healthy, balanced diet. If I'm eating plenty of vegetables, etc., I won't take that. It's just in these winter months when your immunity and your immune system needs a little bit of a boost. I generally just take to just to top up. That's all it is. That's just to top up. Interestingly, the next few supplements I'm going to show you are you can get them as combinations. You can get various different things. So I'll show you the combination first. So the combination first is zinc and magnesium. Zinc is really good for your immune system. It can boost your I'm just reading off the back of here, so boost maintenance and normal vision, fertility and reproduction. So yeah, it does boost that side of things as well. Great for the immune system, and hair, skin and nails. So you know what, for a supplement that is quite powerful and good, that's a good one. I don't take zinc all the time. Again, I give my body a rest. I find with a good, healthy, balanced diet, lots of veg, fruit, I generally don't need that, especially with also the vitamin C as well. So it's just about balancing, and sometimes things work, sometimes don't. There's no bother with that. This one I do routinely take, and there's a couple of reasons for that. So magnesium. Magnesium is a really good leveling supplement if you're suffering from anxiety. My heart palpitations were, I couldn't count the amount of episodes I had in a day, in a week. It was off the Richter scale. And it wasn't until I watched someone called Sanjay Gupta from York Cardiology. You'll find, if you go into YouTube, you'll find Sanjay Gupta really talks sense, talks in plain English, not jargon, consultant jargon. Talks a lot about if you type it into YouTube, you'll find him. Find his YouTube video regarding magnesium. Really interesting. Cut a long story short, if you take magnesium, it's the free flowing magnesium in your bloodstream that actually helps with ectopic heartbeat, so palpitations. Even with people who were receiving blood tests back that their magnesium was normal, let's say normal range, and still having palpitation, they took a magnesium supplement, and it's the free magnesium that is the important bit. Have a look at his video. Fantastic, really sensible guy. Again, consultant, so someone you can pretty much trust, and that's York Cardiology. So he's not an American doctor trying to sell you something. York Cardiology speaks a lot of sense and really basic stuff, so it's easy to digest. Next supplement is vitamin D. Spoke a lot about that in the start. Again, you can get it in different formats. I take this routinely every day now, and that's really important for me, just because I find that there's a lot of news about vitamin D and how it can help, and there's starting to be lots of pockets of different bits of research regarding COVID and vitamin D, and research around northern Italy, why that was hit so hard with COVID. And it being a vitamin D black spot. I don't know if anyone's heard about this, and also why the Asian side of the world did supposedly really well with COVID, didn't have as many cases as what we see in the UK. I'm not going to talk about the COVID too much, other than there is starting to be a lot of research released regarding vitamin D and the benefits. You can get it in different formats. I take a little soft gel, it's tiny, little pocket of sun, as I call it. Fantastic supplement, and that does lift your mood. And after, it's about 2 weeks, so it does take about 2 weeks to get into your system and start to make a difference. I notice a difference. Really powerful. You can get a spray as well that you can spray on your tongue. This one tastes a bit minty, so it's not particularly great, and it's not as strong as the soft gels. But again, keep it in your drawer at work or whatever. Just a spray of that, and you've got your vitamin D for the day. Again, this one needs consistency. You need to take this on a daily basis. Just a watch out. So you might think, right, okay, I'm going to watch this video. I'm going to go to, I don't know, the local pharmacy or Holland and Barrett, or shop online. There's 1,000,001 different places where you can get supplements from. Just a watch out. If you buy the cheapest on the shelf or the cheapest on the internet, you will get a relatively low grade supplement. You'll have seen now I've got some Holland and Barrett, but I have decent quality supplements. It's worth mentioning, you pay for what you get. I'm not saying spend hundreds, tens, 20s of pounds, 30s of pounds per bottle. I'm not saying that. But again, in the same sentence, I'm going to say, if something is a penny, it's also, you're going to get a penny's worth of goods. Okay, so somewhere in the middle, you want to be spending a few pounds on the supplements. Watch out for the strength of supplements as well. You can find lots of advice on the internet, etc., but what works for me might not work for you. So do a little bit of research. Try the gut health first. Try an Actimel, or if you're not willing to do that, try vitamin D. Vitamin D is the biggest difference that I noticed. But watch out for things like these. They're okay. They're sold as a multivitamin. They will give you a dose of vitamin, but just to be cautious. So my vitamin D is 70 UGs. Okay, so 70 UGs. This multivitamin is 5 UGs. Okay, there is a significant difference there between the strength of these two supplements. So just to watch out. Try to avoid the multivitamins and try and take individuals, just because you'll get a better quality. It's not all mixed into one pill. But saying that, if you don't like swallowing tablets, or you don't like the sprays on your tongue, buy a multivitamin, because something's better than nothing. Okay, if you're really struggling with a lot of symptoms, so palpitations, etc., just try some of these. It's not going to do you any harm. It's certainly not going to kill you. And again, it's about finding what works for you. So really important. Wanted to just stress that. Again, if you're unsure about taking anything, get some medical advice. See your GP, or give them a phone call, and I'm sure they'll reassure you that taking supplements in one form or another is safe. Okay. One curveball to throw in. I found this in my food cupboard. Actually, I'd forgotten I bought these, but when I was suffering really badly with anxiety and depression to a certain point, I used to take ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a really powerful root extract. Has some evidence to show that it improves mood and testosterone, and boosts that kind of blue feeling. I don't take it all the time. I took it for probably about 3-4 months, and then found that my mood had settled, and I didn't need to take it, so therefore I don't. In summer, when I'm getting the natural sun, when we're having more exercise, there's a lot more going off, and we're a lot more active outside, perhaps eating a lot more salads and different things like that, I probably won't touch any of these, other than the gut health, because that's an all year rounder. So it's just a watch out there. You don't need to take these for life as well. And if you find something that works, again, what works for me might not work for you. It's just to give you a point in the right direction. What I do find with anxiety is it comes in waves. So when you're feeling really good, you might not need to take some of these supplements. But when you're feeling, and when you're starting to notice that these triggers and different points in your life, it might be stressful at work, really high anxiety, something might have gone off at home, something, you might have had an argument with the wife, or something that's caused stress and worry. It might be Boris announcing another lockdown, or you're not really feeling that we're coming or making any progress about COVID and lockdown. When these high anxiety levels reach peak, you need to give yourself some go easy on yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Go easy on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. This is a normal feeling. It's a normal feeling to the situations that we place in every day. If you find a supplement that works for you, fantastic. But again, don't become reliant on that to make you feel better. I think it's important to try and take the edge off this peak and try and bring yourself down back into normal level playing field where you're thinking a lot more clearly, your head's not as foggy, and you know you're wanting to do different things. I find when I'm right at the peak of anxiety and feeling really, really tense and emotional, my 1%ers go out the window. I'm not going to lie to you. For the last 3 nights I've done, my 1%er was doing 50 sit-ups. Makes no difference probably to my health in terms of a benefit, because I'm literally 50 sit-ups takes a few minutes. But it's just me getting into that routine, saying 50, 50, 50 every day. That's my 1% this week. Next week I might do something different. I might do 50 push-ups, for example, or whatever that looks like. But I find that I can only do that when I'm on a level playing field, when my mind is clear, my mind is less foggy, not full of anxiety, and I'm certainly not feeling, the anxious state. Be kind to yourself. Understand why your anxiety levels might be at this peak. Understand the triggers. What's causing it? Is it something at work? Is it something at home? Is it the situation in the world right now? Understand what that is and what that looks like. Focus, or try and focus on the things that you can do and you can control. We often sit in wallow and sorrow and depressed state because we're focusing on all the things that we can't do. We're looking at the internet, looking at someone on a beach, or has got a six-pack, or is benching 200 kilos, and I wish I could do that, and I wish I could go on holiday. We can't do them things right now. But what we can do is we can go out for a walk. We can talk to our partners, our wives, or whatever that relationship is, our family. We can talk to them more than we've ever spoken to them. There's so much more to what we can do than what we can't. Don't get focused and don't get stuck in them troughs of what we can't do. Have a look at what you can do. You can pick off 1%. 1%. One thing today, tomorrow morning, but do it now. Make a commitment. Do it now. Pick something off. One thing. Okay? Hope you found this useful. Again, please share, subscribe, like, do whatever it is. I don't want to turn into one of them vloggers that really hammers that home. Just please just do it. That's all I ask. Just do it. Make this video, get out into the world, and hopefully help someone. If there's anything on the supplements that you want to ask away. I'm not saying I can answer from a scientific or medical viewpoint, but I can certainly point you in the right directions. There's plenty of people out there that know far more than me and who are far more knowledgeable and have YouTube videos, but I'm just trying to give you some pointers as to what may and may not help. Okay. Stay safe. Go and pick a 1%er. Go and get it. Go and reach it. Go and complete it. Tell me all about it on Facebook and let me know. Stay safe. Bye.